Hello my dear children, this is your chapter going on is chemical kinetics. Your next topic is, after initial rate method, your next topic is integrated rate law method. Rate law method. It's a very important topic to find the order of the reaction. Okay, now let us start the integrated rate law method. A part for zero order reaction, for zero order, and second part is for first order reaction. First of all, we will do the derivation, and after that we will take the numericals for first order reaction. Write down the derivation in the zero order. Integrated rate law method in a zero order reaction. Start the derivation of integration zero order reaction. You know what is zero order reaction? Where the rate is independent upon the concentration terms. It's a zero order reaction. Where the rate is not dependent upon the concentration, it's a zero order reaction. So let us start the derivation. Derivation is, let A naught is the initial concentration of reactant. Let A naught is the initial concentration of reactant when time is 0. A naught. Now what is A? A is a concentration of a reactant at time t, at any time. So you may call it A naught or R naught, one and the same thing. You may call it A or R. R for reactant. Initial concentration when the time is 0. Either you suppose it is A naught or R naught. When the time is any of the time, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, that is time is t, you suppose it is A or R. Now what is the rate? Minus d by dt. You know what minus for? Minus for decrease in the concentration of reactant. Your reaction is, right now reaction is A arrow B. It's A is a reactant. A is a reactant, and its rate is dependent upon the concentration present at that time, and which is A. At that time, the time at which you want to calculate the rate, rate always depend upon the concentration of the reactant present at the same time, and that is A. I put power 0 because it is a zero order reaction. Again listen. This is the start of the derivation. Minus d is a concentration by time. Concentration by time is a rate, and minus for decrease in the concentration with time of reactant. Rate, when you want to find the rate at any time, that means rate depend upon the concentration of the reactant present at the same time, and that is A. Let us start. Now minus dA by dt is equal to k into 1, because A power 0 means 1. That means minus dA by dt is equal to k. Next step is, it become minus dA is equal to k dt. Let us integrate it. Minus dA, k is a constant dt. So my integration of dA is A, it's minus A, k is a constant. Integration of dt is t, and plus c. C is a constant of integration. So it comes minus A is equal to kt plus c. Now let us start. What is the c? When the time is 0, put time is 0, then the concentration was A naught. Minus A naught is equal to k into 0 plus c. That means c is equal to minus A naught. Round it off and put here. Now what's the next step? The next step is minus A is equal to kt minus A naught. Now Now after that you can, there is a one graph, so I am taking in like this, or you may write it or A is equal to minus kt plus A naught. So one the same thing. Why I have written this? With this occasion resembles with the occasion of straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c. Now if you plot a graph by taking on y-axis concentration of the reactant and on x-axis time, then there will be a straight line, and write down the slope is equal to minus k. Y is equal to mx plus c. M is the slope is equal to minus k. So by plotting the graph, taking on y-axis a and on x-axis time, the slope is equal to, this is a graph which is very important. The graph will be there. They will ask what's the slope of the line. The answer is minus k. Next step is, now again I'm going to rub it. It's minus a is equal to kt. Now bring it this side. It's a naught minus a is equal to kt. Now this comes the formula. We will take the numericals of the formula. K is the rate constant of the zero order. K is equal to A naught minus A by T. Remember this formula we will use in the numerical. And K is the rate constant of the zero order reaction. So we have calculated up to rate constant. After that, next subtopic is half-life period. So write down, half-life period is a time when the reactant become half from its original amount. Write down, you can make it T is equal to A naught minus A by K. It's one and the same thing. Okay, now you write here next step, T half, half-life is equal to A naught minus A naught by 2. What is half-life? When the concentration of the reactant become half from its original amount by K. Next step is half-life. Half-life is equal to A naught by 2. 1 minus half, A naught by 2K. Round it off, again there is a numerical. Half-life. Now if you second graph, if you plot a graph by taking on y-axis half-life and on x-axis initial concentration, the graph will be straight line. So very important question. Half-life of the zero order always depend upon the initial concentration. Half-life of, but again make a third graph, but rate, if on y-axis is rate and x-axis is the concentration, the graph will be parallel to x-axis, that is independent. Rate of the zero order is independent upon the concentration, but the half-life of the zero order always depend upon the concentration. So this is all about the zero order action. Let us, almost the same derivation, let us take that topic now. Make a heading, integration rate law method in first order action. I am taking first order action. Again same style, write down A, arrow B, reaction is there. A naught, same, starter is same. A naught is a concentration when the time is 0 and A is a concentration at time t. Now it is minus d by dt of reactant is A and it depend upon the concentration present at that time. Now this time we will not put 0, we will put 1 here. Only this is the difference. Only this is the difference. Because it is a first order reaction. Minus dA by dt is equal to K into A. In a zero order it was just K because the power was 0. Now minus dA by A is equal to K dt. Now integrate it. When you integrate it, it will come, because now the integration is of dA by A, not of dA simple. So it will be in log now. Right here, it's a minus natural logarithm A is equal to kt plus c. Natural logarithm, the value of the natural logarithm is 2.303 log, whose base is 10. Now let us start again same time. When the concentration is A0, the time is 0. At time 0, the concentration was A0. So this comes C is equal to minus natural logarithm A0, and we will put here, same style. So when we put here, the answer comes minus natural logarithm A is equal to kt minus natural logarithm A0. Or you can write, because we want to make a graph, you can write or plus, that is natural logarithm A is equal to minus kt plus natural logarithm A0. So this equation resembles with the equation of straight line y is equal to mx plus c. If you plot a graph by taking on y-axis natural logarithm A and on x-axis time, the graph is straight line, the slope is also k as it was in zero order. In zero order and in the first order, the slope is equal to minus k. The difference is only of the y-axis. In zero order, we have taken just concentration of y-axis. In the first order, we have taken log of concentration. Now carry on this. I'm going to log this. Okay. Now you can call it, now it become minus log. You can put a log. Log A is equal to kt plus its minus log. When you will put log, because natural logarithm is 2.303 log, so put here 2.303. 2.303. The moment you will substitute log word here, you have to put 2.303. Now coming to next, bring here this side. So log A0 minus log A. Log A0 this side minus log A is equal to kt by 2.303. Now it is log A0 by A is equal to kt by 2.303. Now if you plot a graph by taking on y-axis log A0 by A and on x-axis time, the graph is now this type, straight line. Now it's not negative because the slope is positive now. Now the slope is equal to k by 2.303. This is your slope. Y is equal to mx slope. Now after that, formula of the numerical become k is equal to 2.303 by t log A0 by A. This is a very, very important formula we will use in the numerical sooner. This is a method to calculate the rate constant of the first order reaction. Okay. So after that, next write down half-life. Half-life, you know, it is the time when the reactant become half from its original amount. Make it T half is equal to 2.303 by K, one the same thing. Log A0, now divided by A0 by 2. A0 by 2, A is equal to A0 by 2. A0 cancel. This comes log, if you plot a graph, by taking on y-axis half-life and on x-axis A0, now it is independent upon the initial concentration. Straight line parallel to x-axis. Half-life of the first order reaction is independent upon the concentration term. Now carrying the derivation now, half-life is equal to 2.303 K into log 2. Log 2 is 0.3010. When you multiply 0.3010 and 2.303, the answer will come, it is your 0.693 by K. Round it off, again there will be numericals, half-life. So this is the way. Now you can, there are so many questions now settled in these two derivations. Now making a conclusion of these two topics. Write down the conclusion of these two topics by making a line in the center. First of all, we will make a graph. When you plot a graph, rate versus concentration, if the graph is this, it's a zero order. If the rate versus concentration is of the reactant. If the graph is like this means rate is dependent upon the concentration and it is a first order. Write down first order. First order. Okay, it's my first point that I will share with you. Second, if we plot a graph between half-life and concentration, in a zero order it is directly proportional. Remember this. And in this first order, it is independent. We have derived it independent. Half-life. Third graph is, if you plot a graph by plotting on y-axis concentration and on x-axis just time, the graph is this and the slope is equal to minus k. But if on the y-axis there is natural logarithm A is the concentration of the reactant and the time, the graph is same and the slope is also same, minus k. The difference is only of the y-axis. From the y-axis you will identify the graph is of zero order or the first order. Number 4. Fourth point is, in this term there is no graph. There is one extra graph this side. Fourth, if you plot a graph by log A0 by A and time, then the graph is straight line and the slope is equal to k by 2.303, one extra graph. After that, write down the formulas. 5. If anybody asks to calculate the rate constant of the zero order, k is equal to A0 minus A by T. But in first order, k is equal to 2.303 by T log A0 by A. Now, 6 point half-life. In case of zero order, half-life is equal to A0 by 2k, and in first order, half-life is equal to 0.693 by k. Number 7. What is the units? After calculating the answer, you will write in a zero order the unit is mole per liter per second, and the unit of the rate constant, but here the unit is per second only, first order. But I have already told you how to calculate the units of any of the order by making a formula. I have already given you one formula. So this is all about a very important topic you have covered. That's the derivation. But the most important is of the numericals. Numericals I will take in my next lecture. Arrived on the numericals. My next lecture will be numericals of the integrated rate law method. So this is all about what topics we have covered in this chapter. First topic was the rate of the reaction. There are two types of the rate of reaction, average rate and instantaneous rate. This was my first lecture. Which rate is preferred, average or instantaneous? After that, your topic was very important, rate law, mechanism, orders, elementary, complex reactions, etc. And after that, the topic was initial rate method, and this your topic, integrated rate law method. And after that, I will take the numericals of this integrated rate law method. When you will start taking this topic, always bring NCERT. NCERT must be in your hand, only that we will be able to solve numericals. Thank you.